Last night I got a little messed up on the whiskey. Got home way late. Crawled in through the window 'cause I lost my keys. Big mistake. This morning when I came in, she wouldn't even kiss me. Said she didn't fall in love with this me. Girl, I know I'm the one to blame. I know I've always been a long shot. I'm a whole lot. I'm the wilder kind. Probably make you wanna rip your hair out all the time. But there's nothing left to say. 'Cause you got every reason to feel this way. So I'm sorry, babe, but come on, it's Friday. Hell yeah.
What's up, everyone? We got a very special guest with us, a guy that I told about when I first had the idea for the podcast, when I first moved here in October. There were a couple guys and girls that I immediately wanted to try to have on, like people that I was like, these guys are badass songwriters and they're huge in town. And it's just like, I want to get that exposure out there, and I want to have a conversation with them because they seem like badass people.
Yeah.
And Ryan freaking Nelson was on that list. And my first time coming down here, when I visited right before I moved down, I saw you play Whiskey Jam, and it's awesome to have you here, dude. Thanks for taking time out, because you're a busy man. You're always running around and doing stuff. So thanks for taking time out. I know it's probably pretty early too. We always say that on Mondays that like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon is like the equivalent of like 9 or 10 in the morning.
It kind of is, yeah. Because, people still party on Sunday.
Dude, that Sunday.
When everyone gets back, it's like.
Yeah, when everybody gets back from the road, or for us, Sundays tend to be our shittiest night, so to speak, where we end
up. For us, it's our Friday.
Yeah, for us, we get done working a weekend of security, and we all go out and get wild. How was your weekend? What were you doing this weekend?
Man.
Where were you at?
I was watering my garden.
Watering your garden?
Yeah, I was watering my garden. That's what I was doing.
Okay.
Hopped around and ate at some good restaurants. I ate some good food this weekend. I was pretty excited about it.
Oh, where at?
Where'd you eat?
Dude, I ate at the Distillery for the first time. Have y'all had that?
Distillery is the fucking shit.
Dude, how did they do that? Like, I was looking at the menu.
What'd you have?
Well, I was looking at the menu and everything was so damn expensive. And I'm like, are you serious? They think they can get away with this? I'm like, we're in Tennessee, damn it.
Yeah.
I know we're in Nashville, but damn, like $16 for an entree.
Yeah.
And then I got the hot chicken sandwich.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
Dude, the hot chicken mac and cheese.
Oh, bro, I haven't even had that yet.
That's the game changer. Which sauce did you have, though? Because they have, like, that
I got the Nashville hot.
Yeah,
they're like house hot. I'm like, what's that mean?
The house hot's like a buffalo sauce. It's not really like anything Nashville thing. Yeah. It's not my favorite, but no. And, dude,
no way. I want the hot chicken.
They had the
their salad, dude. They like sprinkled Parmesan and like they did the whole thing.
Man, wow!
It was all flaked on there. It was like, man, this is nice.
Yeah,
damn,
they did a good job.
They have the drinks there. They're like $10, but it's like a big mason jar, and those are. They have the whiskey float.
Yeah,
and dude, that is like probably one of my favorite drinks in town.
And the cool thing about that place too was like it actually looked like kind of like a barrel house or something. They had like the raw, everything was real raw.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this place is cool, dude.
Yeah. Downtown and Midtown.
The one right there in Midtown.
Yeah.
It was cool, man.
Yeah, so you'd say Midtown, that's where we see you the most. Like, that seems to be the spot where, like, original music in Nashville just freaking thrives. Like, whether I see you sporting the Revival hat, that's bad. I love that. I love those freaking hats. And I love what Big Rob and those guys do over there. Or we see you at Whiskey Jam and bouncing around. Midtown Nashville, dude, it's a fun place to be. Midtown
is cool, man. I definitely have done a lot of my growth in Nashville, in Midtown. And, another place that I really have always liked is going to East Nashville.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of really cool spots there. But it's not really I don't know. The music scene would probably not be too fond of me there. Maybe I don't know.
It's just
because they seem kind of unapproachable over there in East Nashville to me, to some degree.
It's different than when you're at like Jam, or you're at one of the rounds or something that's going on over in Midtown. It's definitely a different crowd.
Right.
So
I figured I'd rather stick out like a sore thumb in a crowd full of people that are couldn't be more different than everybody. Everybody's just like a unique individual, Yeah. I'd rather be in a place where there's a bunch of unique people and find my unique people, and then we stick out like a sore thumb,
Yeah. So you've been in Nashville for how long now? You're originally a Florida country boy. Like, you are the definite,
yeah.
Because we went down, we did a vacation in Florida. We went down to Cedar Key for
Cedar Keys. Oh, nice.
And we went, and we were out in boats, and we probably shouldn't have been out in boats. And we went out and did some crazy shit. We went island exploring. We did all this all this cool stuff. Florida's very country. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that coming from New York. So what was that like growing up in Florida?
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people have no idea that it's even that way. And I would say the coast is obviously going to be more the tourist, spots, and there's big hotels and there's, big resorts and stuff. But once you get inland from the coast, pretty much all the state is very country. Cowboys, trailer parks everywhere, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Big hogs.
Yep,
gators, big snakes.
So hog hunting and gator hunting. A good buddy of ours, I know he's a good buddy of yours, Chad Bishop. We've had talks with him about alligator hunting 101 and stuff.
Oh, Chad's a G.
Yeah, so going gator hunting. What is that like? 'Cause I didn't do that growing up in New York. Tyler's told me about it growing up in South Alabama on the Florida line.
We gator hunt that much because it was I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years ago whenever Alabama started the lottery for gator hunting and stuff, but they're down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chad's done more what I don't know how to explain it. Chad's done more actual gator hunting than me. All the gators I've killed, I caught them on essentially like an ocean setup on a fishing pole.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! So you're
with a heavy weight, so it goes really far.
Yeah. So are you out there fishing for gators, or you just happen to catch them?
I mean, you're just fishing, and there's
gators, and all of a sudden you're looking for a fish.
That happens.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody I did that though.
Yeah. No.
But no. You actually literally you throw. I remember one time, a buddy of mine actually he was the one fishing for this particular gator, and I helped him catch it because it took 30 minutes, and he had a really big pyramid weight, and he threw that thing over its back at 40 yards, so far. It was out there, and he was a big guy. He threw it far and very accurately, and I was like, man, hell of a cast. And then you pull it back, and when the weight bumps the gator, you just yank it,
Yeah, man.
And dude, they'll fight you for a long. It's
sure.
When you're catching them like that, it's like catching the biggest fish you ever caught, basically.
With a lot of fight.
A ton.
A lot of fight.
30 minutes, minimum.
So growing up down there, what brought you to Nashville, and how long have you been here?
Man, I was in the music industry when I was younger, and I did a lot of really cool stuff that's still monumental in my life and my mind, and had a couple bad situations happen when I was doing that, and I just was like, man, I don't even want to do music anymore. So I went to college. I went to Florida State.
Oh, you're Go Noles.
Go Noles, baby.
All right, I grew up a big Virginia Tech fan.
Okay, yeah, so you know about yeah. We know about each other.
He's a Roll Tide, so
dirty
Bama boy. They always are there.
I've been cheering for them since they were bad. So
that's right.
I enjoy the good.
I can respect that. Yeah. That's like Dalton Stanley. He plays guitar for me, and he plays guitar for. He played last night for Meg Patrick. And stuff.
Yeah.
He's a big Bama fan. I give him a ton of shit about it, dude.
You have to.
And he gives me tons of shit because my team sucks sometimes, and he's just like, y'all suck, and I'm like, you know what, we do suck. So, sorry. But
it's been a tough go.
But it's weird because I've never seen Florida State actually suck in my whole life. And then all of a sudden, last 2 years, we just suck.
It was the longest streak of straight bowl games. They got snapped last year.
I'm telling you, it was right now, Seminoles fans are in shock mode because we've just never seen anything like that. But anyway, so I went to school there. And when I was at school there, I was starting to fall kind of back in love with music again because it was a break from my studying,
Yeah.
And when I was doing that, I was like, man, this Jason Isbell Southeastern record might be the greatest thing ever. That was right when I was about to. I was in my junior year when that came out.
Okay.
And man, I was just like, this might be the fucking best record I've ever heard. You know? And I had been getting into country again anyway, starting like around when Eric Church was doing first records and, Josh Thompson and Justin Moore's first albums.
Josh Thompson. Beer on the table, fucking
dude. He's
jam.
one of my favorite. I mean, he's one of my absolute favorite artists. But those guys' music at that time kind of got me back into country because I grew up listening to country because I'm in the deep South. You know, everybody listens to country, so I heard it all the time. And then, you know, when I turned like 13 or 14, I was like, well, fuck that. I want to play rock and roll, man. You know, I was listening to AC/DC and Leonard Skinner with my dad all the time. I wanted to fucking bang my head against the wall. So I played some heavy music for a while, and I really didn't listen to much country. And then I think around that 09, 10, 11, I got pulled sort of back into it, fall in love with it again.
Hey, our Postmates is on this way.
Oh,
yes.
We got special treats for you. Oh.
We got some pizza here.
Sweet.
Shout out to 5 Points Pizza.
Yeah.
It's
5 points? Ooh.
Dude, 5 Points is like literally a half mile from my house. Oh. So they have this new location, and it's the most dangerous thing in the world.
That's what we get. We get it all the time, so we're excited. We'll get to eat.
That's dangerous. That is dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
But, I forgot where I was.
Damn it, Tyler.
Where was I though?
You were talking about getting back in the country around.
So around, it's all good. I'm such a stoner. I forget where I am all the time.
Dude, you're fine. And then getting into the rock and roll. You're 13, 14,
right,
being like, I want to rock.
I was like, getting back into it. Screw you, Mom. I'm gonna play the shit you hate the most. Yeah. You know, or whatever. I don't think it was because of that, but it was a big scene at the time in Florida. Yeah. You know, we were we were at the forefront of that scene anyway. Yeah. So it was an easy thing to kind of find yourself in as a young person in Florida.
So were you a Warped Tour kid?
Man, I did go to Warped Tour quite a few times. I listened to like my like alignment in heavy music is like hardcore punk. Okay. I like grimy stuff.
So going way back to like Dead Kennedys kind of stuff?
Sure, dude. Yeah, I love stuff like that. And all the way up to Comeback Kid and stuff, man, that's my stuff. Yeah. If it comes to heavy music, I like it raw and
which is what we see in your style of music. Like Absolutely, Show Up Drunk is just like bam, 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 like it just freaking rocks, bro. Like it's a badass. Yeah. Like your concert, like when we see you play out live, it's like we're at a mixture of a Southern rock show, but then you throw in like some deeper country songs. Yeah. Like your writing style, it's just so
well. I always was like, man, I was listening to a lot of these bands that were coming out post Eric Church, Josh Thompson, that era, coming out after that were going so far away from what I, thought of as being country music. And I'm like, man, I feel like, when I heard Southeastern, I'm sitting there going, well, this guy understands.
What song was it for you on that record? I mean, the whole record as a whole it's just badass.
I mean, I know it's really trendy right now, but I think the first one was Cover Me Up because it's the first one on the album. God. And I put that album on. I just put the first song on, and I was just like, holy shit. And then I think after that, New South Wales is probably, I fucking love that song. Relatively Easy. Yeah. Dude, the whole, I mean, it's hard to even pick. Different Days was a life-changing song for me. I definitely, when I fell in love with Different Days, I was like in love with that song for, 3 weeks or something straight. Yeah, I'd only listen to that.
Yeah, with a guy like Isbell, it's so hard to pick like a favorite song. It's almost like he's got so much stuff out there and it's all so freaking good. You got to pick favorite album.
Right, it's an album. No, it is.
Like
each one is in its own thing too. Yeah.
I got on the next album to Isbell, and for me it was Speed Trap Town.
Oh yeah, dude. Because that's a great song. Dude. That's a crushing song. All his songs though, like even if they're like he's got some fun songs like Super 8 Motel, but there's depth in that song. Yeah. There's serious depth there,
He finds a way to do it.
Yeah, I love that. And I always wanted to be the kind of person where when you take your first glance at it, it's easy to understand it. I don't want to be too complex at the surface level where you don't understand it. Right. But then if you dig deeper than just the surface level, you'll end up finding a lot of depth where it didn't seem like maybe there was at first.
Yeah, and one of those, and there's a song that you just put out that's very much like that. The Way My Heart Breaks. Dude,
Yeah.
Dude, I remember sitting out on the back porch and having a cigar, and I remember I saw your post about it, and I was out super late the night before, so I woke up in the morning, I lit up a cigar, and shout out to my roommate Brandon for bringing back some great Cubans. He was just out in Gitmo, just got back from serving at
I like it.
Dude, the Cubans were badass, but I put that song on, and I was just like, holy shit, this is the same guy that put out Show Up Drunk, and it was, holy shit. So how do you go from one end where you're rocking, you're the party man, you're that guy front row watching your friends like Lainey Wilson and Meg Patrick and those guys at Whiskey Jam, banging your head front row, life of the party, to writing something like that?
Man, I just like when it comes to songwriting, you know, like talking about Isbell and stuff like that. Like, you know, my mom grew me up on James Taylor and Jackson Browne and stuff like that. You know, when I was young.
Yeah.
So man, I got to hear like some of the best songwriters ever, you know, throughout my life. And I took so much from like seeing how much depth they were able to put in sometimes relatively simple songs. James Taylor's not simple at all.
No.
Nor is Jim Croce or any of those guys. But like you could take a simple 3-chord song and make a simple melody and break someone's heart to pieces with it.
Yeah.
And I've always really loved that. But I also love to bang my head against the wall and get wild and yell and get everybody fired up. Yeah. You know, I played football forever, so that's kind of like when I was a kid, that was my sport. You know, I always played football, and like it's just such a hype. Like you got to be hyped, or you're gonna lose. you know?
Yeah. No,
you gotta go full speed balls.
I'm saying I want to go full speed every time. You know, whether it's a show or whether it's being a fan at a show or you know whatever it is.
Which is the best way to do it. You know that is the best way to do it, I think.
But when you're drinking, it's a little scary.
Yeah. No.
Sometimes I get drunk faster than I want to, and I'm like, whoa, that happened quick.
It does happen like that. Now, Whiskey Jam. What was your first experience with those guys like, with Ward and the boys over there?
Man, Ward was one of the first people I ever like introduced myself to in town, and I remember my friend Haley was in town with my buddy Chris Dobro. We call him Dobro.
Dobro Chris.
You know Dobro Chris?
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him, but I know who he is. Big fan of what he does.
We were with Dobro, his sister Kylie, and Haley, and we all went to Whiskey Jam, and I didn't know what it was. And Haley was like, "Hey, that's Ward. You should go. You need to go introduce yourself to him." And I'm like, I gotta introduce myself to him. Like, I don't even know any of these people. Like, who do you think I am? I'm not just gonna, like, dude, I'm live at the party, sure, but I don't like to just walk up to him and be like, "Hey, I'm Ryan." They're like, okay. Yeah. You know? So I didn't want to walk up to Ward and just be like, "Hey, dude, I'm Ryan." But Haley was like, "You better go do this shit." Like, she was like getting her eyes, like, look in her eyes was like, "You better do this." And I'm like, shit, okay, all right, I'll do it. So I walked up, I introduced myself to Ward, and then from there, you know, I just started emailing him and I sent him some stuff, and, you know, over time, just being there, playing stuff, playing Revival. He was bartending at Tin Roof at the time, so he saw every Revival pretty much. And he was like, man, like a certain point, when I got to a certain point, he was like, you should bring your band up and let's get you on a Whiskey Jam. And some of the first times I played Whiskey Jam were some of the craziest performances I've had. Yeah. I broke my hand during one.
Really?
Broke my bass too.
Damn.
And like different stuff. It was crazy. We had a blast. And Ward just kept having me back over time, you know, and now we've become great friends and we write together, and so it's become a big part of my career. And those people, man, I love all those people so much. And this business, there's so many characters, you know.
Yeah.
So to have them is
there really are. And that stage that, again, my first time going to Whiskey Jam, I got to see you. I think Greg Pratt was on the stage. There were quite a few people on that lineup the lineups are always great. Ward knows what he's doing. That team knows what they're doing. But when you play that stage, it seems like it's a different stage than other places. Like, and it's not that big of a stage, but at the same time, that crowd is just such a big crowd to win over.
I've always described it as like, you know, they say about this business, they say it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Yeah. That's what I've been hearing that since I moved to town. And the great thing about Whiskey Jam is it is a fucking sprint. It is not a marathon.
Yeah.
It's a sprint.
Yeah.
I can literally exhaust every bit of energy I have in 3 songs. Whereas when I play a 2-hour set somewhere, I got to make sure I sleep enough. We're traveling. I'm like, you know, trying to drink enough water and get enough sleep and regulate myself. And, you know, then you got a couple hours you got to play. So you got to, you know, pace yourself and stretch your energy out. Dude, Whiskey Jam, it's like 3 songs to the face. Boom.
Yeah.
And so I just go hard.
Yeah, and
I just go hard as hell every time.
And the crowd appreciates that. They are there to party and there to have a great time on a Monday and a Thursday night, which in other places in the country that doesn't happen. Only in Nashville can you like really. I mean, you can party your ass off. It's just not going to be as fun.
Absolutely,
unless you're at a place.
Dude,
like
Monday night Whiskey Jam is like industry night Whiskey Jam. Like everybody that's, you know, in the industry, whether they're back from the road or whether they work on Music Row or whatever, they're all. Monday night Whiskey Jam is a big thing for everybody, and it has been since I moved to town.
Yeah.
And the Thursday night Whiskey Jam is like a newer thing, and it's not as much of an industry thing because by Thursday everyone's going home taking a nap. You know, Friday's like a 3-hour day, so you know Thursday's kind of people chill a little bit more.
Yeah.
And they're not going to go out, you know, as much. But then you get all the tourists coming in; they all fly in on Thursday night.
And they're ready.
So they can have a full weekend.
They're ready.
I'm saying because they all got to leave Sunday. They all leave Sunday.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you think about Sunday as a travel day, if you come on Thursday, you at least got a whole Friday, a whole Saturday. So it's always Thursday night. People come in and Winners gets packed. It gets packed as hell. And it's not industry people. It's a bunch of country music fans that want to find a new favorite country act while they're actually in Nashville at like the hub of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like Thursday night Whiskey Jam, some people like act like it has a bad connotation, but I don't think that at all.
No,
Thursday night Whiskey Jam is where you make actual fans for that go with you later, you know?
Yeah, that are going to find you and get you into those newer markets. Markets.
Tell their bartender, like, we need to get Ryan Nelson here. Yes. Yeah. Tell your bartender. They will make sure it happens, I promise.
Yeah, so speaking of like diehard fans and the fan bases and stuff, a group of guys that I've gotten to know pretty well over the last, like since moving here, the Raised Rowdy Boys.
Yeah.
You've got a long-standing relationship with those guys. Was it a birthday party that you played up in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, that was Nikki's birthday.
What was that experience like?
It was, dude, I'd never been to Pittsburgh before. And so that was cool. I always like going to places I've never been. And I don't know how I've never been to Pittsburgh, honestly, but I never went there. And it was really badass coming through the tunnel onto the bridge. I was already like, well, hell yeah, this place is dope. And then we get to their spot and they're like up on this like hill. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like the city's so big, you know, and in the South, we don't really have like huge cities like that. Yeah. You know, Atlanta's like the closest thing we got. So I was just like, holy shit. And everyone that was hanging out with the Raised Rowdy crew and everyone, man, such nice people. We had a blast. Me and Nikki.
Did you drink all the beers?
Oh man. Like everybody went to Tequila Cowboy afterwards, which I did not know that Tequila Cowboy had other like locations and stuff.
Yeah, they're big in the upper Midwest.
Right, I didn't know that. So everyone's like, Tequila Cowboy. I'm like, damn, they have that here? That's sweet. And then by the time I got done playing, I was like, I need to get in bed.
Yeah.
And usually I do not like to drink while I'm playing.
Yeah.
You know? Because it just like, I like to drink before I play. And then try to drink some water so my voice doesn't be terrible.
Yeah.
And then maybe after I play. But like while I'm playing, I'm like, it's not going to help me any.
Yeah.
And we were, I played for like 3 hours and we drank. People were bringing me shots. I started the show sober. I ended the show hammered, playing. So I went through the whole progress playing the show, and it was something else, man. Everyone was elevating their level as quickly as I was, though. So it was like we all got drunk together.
Yeah.
So when I got super shitty at the end of the night and I sounded awful, they all were like, yeah, sounding awful. So it was great.
And that's a crew that is doing so much for country music right now, especially you guys and girls that are really pushing it hard in that Midtown scene, that jam fam, the guys and girls that are playing Revival, that are playing Why Not, that are playing all those gigs. They're spreading your names out there.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. And there's been that underbelly for a long time, and there was really no one to, bring it to the rest of the world or the rest of the fans that like country music. So when I saw what they were doing, when I first saw the thing, I was like, man, that's pretty genius. I love it. Because I went on there and they're like, all their posts were like covering like my friends. I'm like, no way. Josh Phillips, Lainey Wilson, like, and literally like Jordan, Muscadine. I'm like, damn, these guys are literally covering all my friends. This is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I have to know them, right? They have to live in Nashville. So I messaged them one day. I was like, DM'd them, like, hey, who is this? Do you live in Nashville? Who is this? And they're like, oh no, my name's Nick. I live in Pittsburgh. I'm like, how the fuck does this guy in Pittsburgh know about this? Because it seemed like nothing at the time.
Yeah.
Unless you followed the Whiskey Jam or Revival. Like that's really, so you're right. It is a spawn from that. But for them to be a whole media team doing specifically that is a pretty genius idea.
Yeah, and the memes that they put out, I think I saw one last night where it was a little kid getting his haircut. The little kid was rocking the mullet, and it was captioning saying, the dad saying to the barber, "Have you ever seen Morgan Wallen? I want that haircut on my son."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just it's funny as shit. It's big with country right now. Like they make good posts. Like I enjoy.
I love it, man.
And I'm excited to see them for CMA Fest this week. Like
I know Nikki gets in town tonight, bro.
Oh shit! So he's
Losers,
Whiskey Jam.
Losers and Whiskey Jam.
We'll be over there hanging out with those guys. Tonight's gonna be a night, man. Whiskey Jam.
I'm getting started early on this with ginger beer and whiskey.
Yeah, dude. This outdoor Whiskey Jam. I haven't gotten to experience it yet. What's it like?
Oh man, it's my favorite ones of the year. If it doesn't, even if it rains sometimes, but if it doesn't rain and the sky's beautiful and it's like setting all night, it's quite glorious. And it was actually one of the the second Whiskey Jam I ever went to. It was an outdoor one, and it was like Adam Craig played.
Oh shit!
And he played
he
played Church Pew or Barstool that they had written with Josh Thompson.
Wow!
And that was one of my favorite songs on that Aldean album. I was like, man, that's the gem of the whole album,
Yeah.
And he played that, and I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like I didn't even know who Adam Craig was, but I'm just like, holy shit! Like, you can just write this song in this town, and then just be playing these big stages, and I might not even have heard of you where I come from, but you're somehow still crushing it, you know? And I saw wow, there's room for good stuff to exist.
Yeah, and there's room for that, especially that songwriter community. That's
absolutely, man.
There's so much where I knew who Ryan Nelson, I knew who Jordan Fletcher, Muscadine, a lot of those guys, a lot of your buddies, I was able to find through following Whiskey Jam's page, through following pages like that. And up in New York, I was working radio and country radio in New Jersey.
That's right. You told me.
I'm only getting what's being sent out by the labels. And I'm like, wait a second. There's all these people just rocking out great tunes, and they've got followings building and growing on social media.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't they getting played on the radio? But then you've got Spotify playlists and things like that.
Well, that's definitely, me and the crowd that I mess with, I think we're all in the mindset of it's not about, the radio format is still very viable, and there's still a ton of money to be made, and I totally get it.
Yeah.
But for somebody like me, I'm not on a big record deal. I'm not, heavily entrenched in any of that stuff. I'm personally trying to make the dopest product in town.
Yeah.
That's my goal every time. When I played football, that was my goal. I just want to be as good as I could possibly be. I want to shut down people that people never thought I'd shut down. I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So when I came here, same thing. And I think now with the thing going the way it is with playlisting and, the singles, everybody's putting out singles all the time. Well, that's because when you put out a single, you can get it playlisted better. It's not like they have a a list of songs they got to listen through and like pick which one's their favorite. Like it's one song, it's easy to digest. Playlists are likely to want to pick it up, and it makes it's an easier format, I think, for right now, especially with people's attention spans being so low.
There's so much thrown at us too.
Right, all the time. There's always ads, there's always all this stuff. So it's hard to keep your mind on one thing. And to have it be as easily like packaged as possible, I think is the key. And that's why with this album that I recorded, and I'm totally an album guy, like you said, like with Jason Isbell, like, you could tell where he was at, like based off of the different albums. And if you're a fan of this album, like it's because of a certain reason, something that was going on in it. And I recorded this album to be like my own short, like comprehensive album that could like give you a feeling.
Yeah.
And then when it came to releasing it, it was like, well, yeah, it is an album to me, like it is, but dude, that's just not where music is right now. At least for an artist like myself.
Yes, yeah.
If you're Tim McGraw, dude, make your album.
Yes, yeah.
Please, if you're Tim McGraw, please make me an album so I can listen to the whole album.
Yeah.
But, that's not where an artist like me is at right now in the kind of underbelly where we're making our own industry outside of the labels and stuff.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that people I mess with, the idea is like, okay, how do we crush the new thing?
Yeah.
The old thing, we can't buy into that. We don't have the money for that.
Yeah.
How do we get on top of the new thing and like figure it out or whatever?
Yeah, no, dude, that's very true, and it makes a whole lot of sense, and it very much speaks to why there's such a push coming out of the Mumbrian division. I say that because that's where I see you guys play. That's
absolutely, man.
That's where if I'm out one night and I'm hanging out at like if I'm hanging out at Doghouse or I'm hanging out at what was Frisky Frog, still weird to call it Live Oak, or at Winners and Losers,
yeah.
I see you guys out there anyway. Even when you're not playing, that's like the spot of town where everybody hangs out.
Man, it's definitely its own hub. Like, when I was moving to town, there was I moved here in 2014. So you had a lot of like the Florida Georgia Line, Tree Vibes guys were really, really hot. Cole Taylor was really, really hot.
Yep.
And a lot of these Georgia guys were just on fire.
It's crushing it.
And the music I make just isn't really like that.
Yeah.
And so it was like, well, you just got to do you as good as you can and just see where that takes you. And everyone always gave me that advice. And coming into the Midtown scene, I saw that scene and I'm like, well, I don't really fit with that necessarily. But then, like I said, with East Nashville, like I went there and it felt a little unapproachable or something like that. I don't even want to say that because I know so many like awesome people in East Nashville. I don't want to like put East Nashville down. I love East Nashville, but like
it's just not your thing.
It didn't seem as approachable to what I was doing musically.
Yeah.
Like or whatever. So when I came to Midtown, the thought was, well, look, I'm not anything like this, but I don't want to deal with the unapproachable vibe. And I know that here, if I do me, I'm going to stick out like a sore thumb. So, hell yeah. Carly Rogers. Hey, send her a picture of me. Oh, nice.
Oh man, yeah, How do you know Carly?
Wait. Nice.
How'd you meet Carly Rogers?
Dude,
because
I've known Carly for like 3 or 4 years. Like I can't even. She probably would remember that. Women like remember weird shit like that.
Yeah.
I never can remember anything like that. Like,
oh no,
oh god,
my girlfriend's like, oh, you were wearing this when I met you. I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? Like, I cannot do like.
I can't remember what I wore yesterday.
I'm saying, you asked me earlier, what'd you do this week? And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? But dude, I just smoke hella weed, man. I'm a Florida boy.
Yeah, dude. And honestly, there is a cool scene coming out of that Florida, South Alabama, like that area.
Well, man, we've always had our own thing going on down there. Yeah. No one ever wanted to give it any, like, people that came out of my region, I'm honestly bummed that they didn't rep the region harder. you know?
Yeah.
Like Easton Corbin, dude. He's from right down the road. He's a country ass Florida boy. But I don't think he ever like really went hard. Like, yeah, I'm from Florida, boys.
Yeah, working in radio, I had no idea he was from Florida. I would have
Right.
assumed like the Midwest, like
right,
Oklahoma
right.
or something.
And then like Jake Owen, I know recently he's embraced that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But early on in his career, they like didn't want you to know that.
Michael Ray, another Florida guy.
Yeah, another Florida guy. He doesn't super rep it hard or nothing.
Yeah.
His bass player does got a Florida sticker on his bass. I saw that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm repping, man.
And you got like a swamp, like
I'm
a swamp-
repping, bro.
Like easy now. That to me is like a Florida.
Dude, I'm trying. I'm
That's
just
like that, and what Chad puts out. You and Chad kind of have that Florida vibe thing. Did you guys know each other down in Florida? Or did you meet when you moved up here?
actually funny enough. The same girl that told me to introduce myself to Ward, Haley, she had like texted me, "Hey, I got this friend from Gainesville," because she was going to school in Gainesville and he was going to school in Gainesville, and I went to school in Tallahassee, so
Yeah.
I'm from the other side, you know. But they were both going to school in Gainesville, and she was like, "This guy, you know, Chad, he's going to move up, and y'all will probably, you know, hit it off." And I'm like, "Hell yeah! Well, thanks for letting me know." I was like, "I guess send me his number or something." So I texted Chad. I was like, "Hey man, Haley gave me your contact, and you know, heard you're going to move up. Like, let me know when you get up, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Whatever." You know, so we met Revival. We met at Revival. His parents were in town. I met his parents same night I met him, and then we set up a ride. And Jordan Fletcher was living with me at the time, so we're from the same town. Me and Jordan, like I grew up like a mile from him.
So you've known him
I've known him for a long time. And Chad was like, "Yeah, dude, I'd love to come ride with you guys." Shows up, you know, just a bunch of Florida boys all together in this house, you know. And I was like, I mean, we smoke hella pot when we write songs. So I was like, "Yo, man, do you smoke weed?" And he's like, "Duh." And I was like, this guy's so from Florida to love it, dude. So we hit it off immediately. And then same right, we're sitting there talking about how scary the difference is between an 8-foot and a 9-foot gator. Because at 8 feet, they still they look like a bigger version of their adolescent self.
Okay.
And then at 9 feet to 12 feet, they look like a fucking monster.
Like
Yeah.
a dinosaur.
Like at 8 feet, some 8-footers are not that intimidating.
Yeah.
Some 8-footers are more intimidating, but a 9-footer's fucking intimidating.
Dude, we've been, so I'm from South Alabama.
Yeah, yeah.
And we've like pulled up around the river bend before, and there'd be a gator on the bank that's as big as our boat.
Oh yeah, they're
18-foot
big.
Boat.
Oh, they get big as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, they get really big.
Especially because in Bama, like until recently, you couldn't hunt them, so they were just like they were chilling.
Dude, they'll get like. I think the biggest one I've ever seen had to be. There's an old picture at Whitey's Fish Camp in Jacksonville of this guy and his son having caught this gator, and they're hanging it from a tree. And I swear the thing is like 14 fucking feet long or something.
Yeah, dude, those are fucking dinosaurs.
So big. It's like Jesus. But yeah, once it gets to 9 feet, they're fucking scary, dude.
Yeah.
They get scary. And me and Chad like had like a real like conversation about that. We were like, yeah, man, they do get scary at 9 feet. And I was like, dude, we're having a conversation about the intricacies of gator scariness. Like, this guy's my fucking guy, dude.
Yeah. And how long ago was
This
that?
guy's my guy.
When did Chad move up here?
I think that was like 2016, May.
Yeah, so about
Chad
3 years
was May,
ago.
Chad? Yeah, it was. Chad, where are you? No, it probably was May.
That's awesome, man. So you've been able to write with those guys for a little while now. Who are some other people that you enjoy getting in a room with and getting it done with?
Yeah, man, I think between Chad and Jordan, I think me and them both probably have like a combined like 40 or 50 apiece with each other. Like me and Chad probably have like solid 30 or 40. Me and Jordan probably have 50 or something.
Yeah.
And then me and Tyler Chambers probably, after those two guys, have written the most songs together. And he is super good. I love Tyler. And I think he complements my style well. And hell, been writing with Rob Snyder and Joe Fortner a lot.
What is that like? Because those are two names that a lot of people. Those are two names that have had a lot of success recently. Joe been doing some big dates, obviously with Make Wake, and seeing what Big Rob's been doing. A fellow Northeastern guy, Rob repping. Repping
Philly
PA,
boy.
Yeah,
sick.
I said they suck too because I'm from New York. New York and Philly do not get along. But what's it like working with those guys?
Dude, Rob has been a huge part of my career, like Ward, since the beginning. He believed in me when really nobody else did, and gave me a shot when nobody else, would. And I really owe a lot to Rob. But on top of that, we've just become great friends, and we've been writing for a couple years together. But recently, we've kind of been finding our own thing because we know each other so well now. So that's really cool. And then Job, me and Job have written shit. I mean, next to Tyler, him and Tyler Chambers are probably competing for about having written the same amount of songs with me. So yeah, me and Job have written a ton. And then me and Job and Rob will write.
Yeah.
So that's it really makes a big difference when you got people who are all good friends together.
Yeah, chemistry I've heard. Again, I don't do this writing thing. Tyler writes a little bit and does his own thing too, but I've heard chemistry is so important. Like when you're just going and randomly, like I guess like with publishers, they book rights for you kind of thing? Is that something that happens?
A publisher will a lot of time fill your calendar up.
Okay, so they'll fill that up, but they'll fill it up maybe with somebody that you're not going to vibe with. Like they don't know. They're just somebody that's had a lot of success. Whereas writing with your boys or writing with one of those badass girls that hangs out Midtown, like you guys have such a tight-knit group, that's got to make things, I don't want to say easier, but got to make it more fun when you're in a room thinking of an idea together.
It definitely does. And I think, a lot of the music row game is like who you write a song with matters, So if they want you to succeed and you're on their label, they're going to want to put you with guys who've had successful songs. Whether y'all are going to work together or not, we'll see.
Yeah.
In the room. So you don't know. You're going in blind. But a lot of times you're going in with people who are like proven. So
they know what they're doing.
Yeah. So you're not going to get bad songs or anything. You probably get a song that'll get you a big cut that'll, maybe make your career or something.
Yeah.
But for sure, like when I'm writing artist stuff, like stuff for me that I'm going to write, that I'm going to sing and want to sing live, most of the time it's with people who are great friends with me because I can just say whatever I want. And I'm like, hey, this concept is kind of out there, but, that's something I would say.
Yeah. And for you as a writer, you do the artist thing and you've got some great shit out there now.
Thank you.
It's really awesome. It's well produced. It's bumping. It brings out the feels, whatever you're going for, you're hitting it, man. So when you're writing for your own kind of stuff, like this album you were working on, or writing for, say, somebody else to cut it, what's that difference like for you?
I think when I'm going in with another person who's like an established artist, I'm always trying to write to them.
Okay.
Because I want cuts. Yeah. And I feel like I can get cuts, and I feel like the artists that I find myself in rooms with are usually people that I'm friends with already.
Yeah.
So that's already happening. So we already got that chemistry. And then I'm thinking, okay, if it's this buddy of mine or this friend of mine, like, what are they needing right now? I hear what they have. Okay, what kind of song do they need? And then I try to pinpoint that. And when they get together with me, I'll say, hey, I noticed you got a bunch of songs that are like in this vein and in that vein. Let's do one in this vein. So I kind of like, because I'm friends with them, I kind of know their songs and their like situation with what they've cut, what they have.
Yeah.
So that's so much fun. I have a blast doing that because I feel like I can write a song with anybody, like any genre. You give me a genre, you give me a person, like an artist, I can make something in their vein.
Yeah. Now, how long you been doing the writing thing? I'm guessing you were doing some writing when you were down in Florida.
Oh shoot, since I was like 14. Yeah.
Really?
I've been writing forever. And then when I was in college, I studied poetry as a minor, and my major was history. So
I was going to ask what your major was.
Reading all the
college.
time,
Okay.
yeah, reading like crazy. And having to write prose and write a lot of it, sometimes 20, 25, 30 pages of it gets so old. So I would channel some of my writing energy into poetry. And poetry and songwriting, like, honestly, couldn't be more different, but they also, learning one teaches you things about the other.
Yeah.
for sure, and how to say things better. One of my professors always said, don't say it, show it. Don't say it, show it. Don't say, this morning I walked to the mailbox, say, like, and got the mail. You'd say, the wind, blew my mailbox door open, and the first letter fell out on the ground.
Yeah, you
and I
that
had
imagery.
to pick it up,
Yeah.
and it was a bill from the IRS telling me they were going to audit me. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that's a fucking, there's something there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not just like this thing you did, because every little thing that you say, I did this one time, there was a lot that went on in that thing that you could really explore, and you just write it off by just saying this very simple thing. And I think that, like I said, on surface level, I don't want to be too complex for you to understand.
Yeah.
But at the same time, show it. Don't say it. Show
Yeah,
it.
paint that picture. Now, you're doing the artist thing. You get to go out on the road quite a bit. And we were talking before we sat down. You got to do South Alabama with Job Fortner, you were saying, right?
Oh yeah, man. So I used to back in the day days when I first met Job, when he moved to town in 2016, and Jordan had moved into town as well, and he was living at my house, and me and Job and Jordan just all really had an energy together right away. And then Dobro lived it with us too. It was me, Jordan, and Dobro in the same house.
Oh, man.
And then Job lived way out of town and hated driving all the way out to his fucking house. So he would just stay at our house all the time. And so Job pretty much lived with us at the time. So we had 4 people in a 3-bedroom house. And, Job had been on the road with Luke Combs the whole year that year.
Yeah.
He was doing every date. And I actually got to go out and see, 1 or 2 of those shows, and it was damn.
Yeah.
Talk about you could feel it. You could feel it.
Yeah.
That it was nothing's about to stop this fucking train. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His first show ever in Florida, I went down to Jacksonville because I'm from there, and Job was opening during that year. And a lot of the guys in Luke's band I have loved forever. So I'm hell yeah, I get to see all these people I love. Get to see Luke crush it in front of my hometown crowd. And it was, I don't know if it was sold out, but it was fucking slammed. It was so packed and it was so crazy. And I was just in awe. I was enamored. I was just holy shit. I can't believe this is my hometown. People don't know what's hot in country in Jacksonville. They listen to what gets played on the radio, and what they can find on XM and stuff like that. So that's all they know. They don't know some of this newer stuff that's underground. And for him to have pretty much sold that venue out, and then to kind of find out the next day when they were still in Jacksonville coming out of the hotel was the first time that Hurricane got played on XM radio.
Wow.
It was the morning.
Wow.
So that's
after
before
in Jacksonville.
Wow.
So that was huge shit going on at that point. And that was in the middle of summer. So that was really middle of summer 2016 was shit was already really starting to take off for Luke. And Job's there the whole time,
Yeah.
So he goes from that, playing these humongous crowds and fuck yeah, the energy's great, to I got to go off on my own now because Luke signed a big deal and was bringing in other, he was getting brought into other circles and whatnot. So Job's dude, I got to find a band. And me and Jordan and Chris, I play drums. Jordan plays drums. I play bass. Jordan plays guitar really well. Dobro plays a bunch of different instruments. So we're Jordan's the drummer. I'm playing bass and harmonies. Chris does pedal steel. And
that's a badass band.
We toured all around, dude. We toured the fucking South in that band a bunch. But we played a lot of Alabama shows, man. We did Auburn and Tuscaloosa. We had a good time in Tuscaloosa a few times. And man, I actually fell in love with Alabama when I was on the road with Job, because that's where we were so much. 65 South was, big in the shows that we were getting on at the time with Job and Peachtree Entertainment. So Georgia and Alabama markets were kind of our staple. And so I'm like riding through the hills, North Alabama. Then I'm getting down like close to Florida. And I'm like, oh man, this looks just like home, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, this is fucking awesome. I love this place. And it's country as fuck.
Yes.
Like Florida, like, yeah, there's places where you can get out and there's not a lot around, but it's only so big as far as how much land is in the, you know, or whatever. So
Well, even like up where, I'm from, like the panhandle up there, like I'm an hour from the beach. I live in Alabama,
Right.
but I'm an hour from the beach.
Yep.
But like that North Florida near Alabama, that's just South Alabama. That's
It's
not
country out there.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
call,
country.
I heard they call it the Redneck Riviera.
Redneck
right?
Riviera, yeah. Or, well, I don't know about that area of Florida, but they call it L.A. down there, Lower Alabama.
Yeah.
That's for real.
Yeah.
That's it, dude. It's beautiful. And I fell in love with Alabama, and I always thought my whole life, why would a band from my hometown sing a song called "Sweet Home Alabama"? Like, you're
Yeah.
from Florida.
Yeah.
Like, why would you sing about I didn't get it, but I was also young, you know, coming up, hearing that song all the time. And then, like, to learn about the Muscle Shoals thing and all the connections with Alabama that they had at the time. And then years later, after learning that, to actually tour through Alabama, and, like, I've pretty much seen the whole state by now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah, this place is awesome. I get it. Like, I get it, man. Alabama's beautiful.
Yeah, and those Alabama and Georgia markets, especially playing those college towns. We talk about how the Georgia boys were doing a lot for a long time, and they still are. There's still some big names coming out of there.
dude.
Oh yeah, Georgia's always going to be a pipeline. It's been a pipeline. It's always going to be a pipeline.
And the artists are great. There
Yeah,
are
they
so many fucking good
They're great,
artists.
but the way that a lot of the ways they start out playing those Georgia markets, and just your circle expands after a couple months. Your circle expands. You look at guys like Brantley Gilbert, Cole Swindell. I mean, hell, Luke Bryan did it. Like the All My Friends video was filmed at a frat house. Like,
telling you, man.
like that playing those scenes. That's got to be pretty cool.
It
For you
is,
to be
dude. It
doing
is.
that, too.
That's like, you know, like being from very far north Florida, like Valdosta, Georgia, Tifton, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. That's like, those are almost like, I mean, I've been there so many times that it's almost like being home. If I'm in Valdosta, like as far for all the places I've been on the road, if I'm in fucking Valdosta, I'm like, hell yeah, you know, I might as well be home.
Yeah.
Yo, I got to introduce him to the it's near Valdosta. It's on 75 South.
Yeah.
Like right above the border, there's a truck stop called the Bigfoot Truck Stop. You
It's
ever
like Bigfoot. It was different, man. Me coming from New York, I'd never seen nothing
Oh, yeah,
like
dude.
that.
Is it like exit 5? There's a big like stop at like exit
yeah, I
3
think
and
it
exit
is.
5.
I think it's exit 5.
Yeah.
Like it's just this like
South
really-
of Valdosta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that middle of nowhere between.
Oh, I'm telling you,
between
dude.
Macon and Lake City, there's just like nothing.
It's fucking country out there,
Oh
dude.
yeah, dude.
I love it. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, that Bigfoot truck stop was definitely something. We went down to Florida. So you got that guitar with you, and you got there's a lot of songs that you could play for us. What song would you like to play for us today, brother?
Oh man, I don't even know. I usually don't know till I get it in my hands and I start playing.
Well, a guy that we had on here a couple episodes ago, a guy that you know well, Andy Austin.
Yeah.
We had Andy on, and I saw Andy yesterday. He was gigging over at Whiskey Row, and as he was walking out, he said there was a song that you and him had written together. I think it's called Better Off. Would that be the title?
Better Off I wrote with Chad.
You wrote with Chad.
Yeah.
Well, Better Off, he said for you to play that. He said for me to ask you to play Better Off.
Oh shoot. Okay, yeah, I can play that.
You can
Absolutely.
play that one, or if there's another one that you want to play too.
No, yeah, I love that song. Honestly, I've written so many songs now. I forget them.
That's got to be a crazy
People
feeling.
have to remind me of them. They're like, "Remember that song you wrote?" Like, da-da-da. And I'm like, "Oh, I love that song." Hell yeah, I forgot about
That's
it.
got to be a cool feeling though. Like thinking back to when you first come to town, and now you're at this point. You're putting out songs. People around the country are starting to pick up on the Ryan Nelson name. You've got this great network. You're playing Whiskey Jam. You're doing all this big stuff. Now you're at the point where like. At first, you probably remembered every song that you had because you had like 10, 15 songs.
It's true.
Now you got 50 songs co-written with one guy. Like that's
I know, it's fucking nuts.
You're doing it, man. That's awesome.
It's been, I mean, shit, almost 5 years, and my goal is to write 100 a year.
That's a
some
mighty
years.
goal. Are you a writing it down on like a piece of paper kind of guy, or are you a notes section guy?
I do both. I've
both?
done it. I literally tell people, and I think I say this, and yet it's a total fallacy. But like, I feel like I've written a song every way that a song can be written because I've done it so many times. It comes in different ways. Like it comes in, sometimes it'll take you 3 hours and you won't have anything, and then all of a sudden it explodes in 45 minutes. Sometimes it explodes in the first 45 minutes and you go home. Sometimes it's like, there's all these 2 ways, 3 ways, different ways that 3 ways can go, different ways that 2 ways can go, different way. Like I've just seen so many, but like really, you never seen every way that it could go.
Yeah, have you written something down at like a napkin at like a bar and
sure.
like losers or winners?
Sure, dude. Me and Josh Phillips were writing a song with Styles Hari at the bar in Key West because we were just sitting there and we were just talking about the song idea, and we just started just firing off lyrics, and we were like sitting there like, damn, we have a whole fucking verse and chorus now at the bar. We're just drinking beer like, yeah, fuck, it could be this,
Those are 2 awesome guys to be writing with,
dude.
too.
Oh, I love those guys.
Those are badass dudes. Seriously, that's awesome. So where can people go to find you?
It's Ryan Nelson _ is Instagram. You could go on Facebook.com/Ryan Nelson Music. I don't really do Twitter, but I have one, but I don't really do it. I don't know. It never caught my.
I've never really done Twitter.
I just
either.
troll people on Twitter.
There you go.
He posts shit in like the comment
Twitter
section
troll
and, like,
McGee
fucks
over
with
here.
people. Yeah.
I mean, I have my own Twitter, but I also have like a fake one that like nobody really knows about, and I just go on there and
Yeah, there you go.
just really mess with people and see how riled up I can get people. It's a great time, 3 a.m. in the morning. You find somebody,
dude. It's too fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you said you had put together the album. So there's how many singles that you've put out are part of that album, part of that collection?
Starting with Show Up Drunk, and
So
there's going to be 3 more from Where I Am Right Now, which Easy Now is out right now.
Yeah, Easy Now, which I fucking love that one. Who'd you write that one with?
I wrote that with Ward
No shit.
and Jordan.
Dude, that's awesome.
Actually, I gotta tell you the story. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, Ward was the bartender at Tin Roof, Demonbrian, and we would go in there every time Revival happened, and we would sit at the bar, and we would hang out and chat with Ward. And one day, me and Jordan were sitting there, and Jordan was like, Ward, like, do you still write? I heard your songs. Like, you sound great. Like, do you still write? And Ward's like, man, I got a bunch of kids now, and I'm just doing Whiskey Jam, and there's just so much on my plate, I don't really find a whole lot of time to write. And we were like, well, dude, you're really talented. We heard your songs. We know. Like, if you ever decide you want to write again, hit us up, because we want first dibs,
Yeah.
And so, 3 years later, maybe, I get a text from Ward. He's like, hey, I'm about to start doing writes every Wednesday. You want to get on? You and Jordan? I'm like, yes. So the first time that we did that, Ward came over. We were shooting my little 22 in the backyard. Ward shot the can. It was an unopened can. He shot the actual tab off the top. He shot right through it, and it just literally opened the beer. That's it. And it went out the other side so like level that it didn't even like a bunch of beer didn't even pour out or nothing. It just literally had opened the tab, and we were like drinking this beer from the yard that he had shot open on the tab. He came inside. We had like sweet potatoes hanging in a sack and shit on the wall, and he was just like, "This is some haggard shit. I love it."
Yeah.
And then we wrote Easy Now in like 45 minutes or an hour. It was very fast.
Wow.
And I was just like, that's because it's a great song. Great songs happen very fast a lot of the time, I've noticed. For me, when it's a lot of my best songs happened in 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome, man. So go out.
You want me to play you a couple? What do you want?
You can play
do
a
whatever.
couple. You play as long as you play as much as you want, Ryan Nelson. Well, you're grabbing that guitar. Got some housekeeping. Want to say thank you guys for listening. Episode 15, Tyler.
Yep.
15, and we had a damn good one today.
Yeah.
Very much thank you to you, Ryan Nelson, for
Hey,
coming
thank
on
you,
and
guys.
hanging out, getting up early, which is it's only 2:00 right now. It still feels like 10 in the morning for us too. That's just the
man,
way it is
dude.
in Nashville.
Yeah.
But make sure you
Party
guys
time.
make sure you guys follow Ryan on all the socials. Check out his music, and make sure you follow us on there too. In the Round Podcast on Instagram, In the Round on Facebook. You've also got a personal account. I'm just
Just a wondering.
Just a Wandering, which sounds like wandering. Just a Wandering Tyler on Instagram, and then you've got Matt Burrill. You can follow me on there too, and Coda Bear at Coda Rocks. spelled with a C instead of a K. For whatever reason,
Coda
we'll
looks like his dad could see you today.
yeah, he's all dressed up in his frat boy attire. But we're gonna
Got the boat shoes.
But we're gonna let Ryan pick up the guitar, play some songs, and pound down on some Postmates pizza, courtesy of 5 Points. Shout out to those guys as well. Make sure you also hit subscribe, leave a nice review, comments, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Now, without further ado, here's Ryan Nelson on In the Round.
Later, alone, flipping through the TV, wishing she would leave me alone, 'cause I'm stoned up here in my head. All the things I could have said are gone. Yeah, she's gone. You could say I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just lost. Why do I go and leave her memory on when it's better off? 4 lanes, 3rd gear, that old country station. Should've known that they'd be playing our song, 'cause that was our song. Takes me for a spin, and I'm right back there again. You could say I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just lost. Why do I go and leave that radio on when it's better off? We're better off. What's the point in trying, girl, when we both know damn well we're better off? But are we better off? Yeah, ain't we better off? Later, alone, flipping through the TV. Yeah, baby, don't you miss me? You could say I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just lost. Why do I go and leave your memory on? Oh, baby, why do I go and leave your memory on? It's better off. It's better off.